Tony, but
He's not here.
no.
Well, I move we call to order.
Second.
All right, so what is it, 10:08, call to order, 10:08.
All right, I started the recording.
Thank you.
Okay, so I guess we do a roll call. So,
David present.
Ellen Silverstein present.
And also is Wilmar
Present.
and we have online Mark Gibbs, Steve Kerrigan, and I believe we have another party, Wilson Chu attending. And Cindy Healy.
yes, present. Okay,
So I don't have a copy of the agenda. I don't know. I think we're just launching right into abatements.
yes, we're gonna do the discussion and vote on abatement applications. But maybe before we do that, I can just do the motion to accept the meeting minutes of April 14th. We could just have a,
Oh, motion to accept the meeting minutes sent out.
So moved.
okay. Okay, Will, now you can take the floor.
Alrighty, so we're gonna go with abatement number
Sorry,
one.
Cindy, can I interrupt? You need
Sure.
to do a roll call on the minutes acceptance. I'm sorry.
I just did.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear that part. I apologize.
Yeah. David made a motion and Ellen seconded.
Correct. Motion and second is not the roll call. Then you technically have to call a roll. Sounds silly. I know there's only 2 members present, but unfortunately that's the law.
Okay, Dave Manzello, motion to accept the minutes.
Yeah, move to accept the minutes.
Ellen Silverstein,
Present, second on the minutes.
thank you. Okay, Will.
Alrighty, so the first one is abatement number one. It's 44 Chestnut Street. The building, the property was subject to a fire, and the fire happened in July of 2018, and the building was completely demolished. And so what we did is we essentially just took out the value of the building, and it's now strictly on land. And I recommend granting the abatement at the adjusted value only on land value.
All right.
Do we need a roll call vote or discussion?
Yeah, any discussion?
Nope, no discussions.
No, that sounds reasonable.
Okay, so Dave Manzello, how do you vote?
Grant,
Ellen Silverstein,
Abate, grant.
okay. Go ahead, Will.
All right, so the next one is abatement number 3, which is 84 Dinsmore Drive. This one was a little bit different because the subject property has a drainage and a flow easement on the property that takes up almost 2/3 of their property. And so what we did, I discussed it with Harold, we added a 20% land influence due to the easement, and that dropped the value down because all the other interior information on the home is accurate. And so that one, I recommend abating it to the granting the abatement at the adjusted value after adding the easement.
Okay, well, we're not actually adding the easement, correct? What we're
No,
actually
no.
adding is an adjustment for
Correct.
the easement.
Correct.
Because they're reasoning that they shouldn't have to pay anything, for the easement. Lots of people have easements and live with them. They use
Correct.
those lands. So, but I agree with the abatement to account for that limited
Easement.
use of area and or easement.
Correct.
yes. I agree and move to grant this abatement.
Okay, I think I have to call individually according to
All
Steve.
right.
Dave Manzello,
Grant,
Alan Silverstein.
Grant?
Okay.
All right, so the next one is number 4, abatement number 4, and it's 40 Cook Lane. And so for the most part, all of the interior information was accurate. The only thing that I noted once doing the inspection was we had the condition of the home being good. And in my opinion, I found it to be an average condition with no updating, everything to be, for the most part, original to the home. So I switched the condition from good to average. And that's where I recommend granting the abatement at the adjusted value once changing the condition. And if you look at the analysis, it kind of brings it right into the range of all the sales comps in the area.
okay.
This has come up for us before. I think we really need to go through our data and really get a handle on why it seems to be subjective, that some homes or some properties are showing good or very good, others average, but that's for another day. It's not specific to this property, but if we can learn either how to get an SQL to pull out all the properties that are rated as good or very good and go through them and determine whether this is or either using the normalized and the normal appraisal standards of average, good, very good, excellent, something that is less subjective. We seem to be a little bit all over on our conditions.
Yeah,
And I think most property is average, and there are probably some good or very good, but we shouldn't not be able to use these codes if they're accurate, but we need some parameters around how we're going to determine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to just go through hand adjusting one once in a while. And it came up at least a couple times in this stuff.
Yeah. To your point, Ellen, we do have a guidebook that we use for all our inspectors and appraisers. And one thing that we have not done yet in Marlborough is like a street-by-street analysis.
Another measuring list or something?
Yeah.
Or?
Well, you can even, with the data that we have and the excellent aerial imagery and photos we have of the properties, we can even do it as a desktop review, and we can look at the permit history to see if folks have pulled permits for interior renovations and look at it that way.
Yeah, I mean, just because I just think that it's not a criticism. It's just trying to keep the database as good and as sort of accurate. Having a real, so if I could see those parameters that we use, are they basically mirroring the appraisal
They are
parameters?
Yep.
Where new, excellent would be new or like new.
Right.
And I would think then it could also be done somewhat mechanically in the computer, meaning if someone pulled a permit in the last 2 years, it might be reasonable to have a higher condition where it's not all on human intervention.
Right, I agree.
It would help keep us a lot more similar. Properties would not be so subjective.
Right.
There's still always going to be people who lie about what they've done.
Right.
And I absolutely believe in having someone go out there. There's lots of people, I didn't do anything, and they've done a ton and not pulled a permit. But also having a copy, it'd be easier to go to a homeowner and say, here's what we use to determine condition once you even go in. So anyway, just something for, I just think even running I know that they used to be able to just do an SQL where they could just drop out all the properties that are rated as very good or something.
Mm-hmm.
And we could just I could, once this is over and it becomes possible to go in, but I could come in and just take a look at those properties. Did they have a permit? Did they, is this being reasonable to the neighborhood? But this sort of going through it, like I said, one by one, fixing one person's home, unless I say, wait, everybody else out around Cook Lane in that area, who else is rated good? And why are we just one by one changing a property?
Right.
Right.
Because it may be reasonable, but it may be that we needed to get 3 others too.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so can we pull the board on this on 40 Cook Lane? How do you vote, Dave Manzel
Grant?
and Ellen Silverstein?
Grant.
All right, so number 49 is 92 Chase Road.
Excuse me, the abatement is 45. I noticed that was just an error.
Oh, it was for 92 Chase?
92 Chase, yep.
Okay. So, so this one, it falls under the kind of the same idea as the one we just did. During the inspection, found the home to be in good condition, not very good condition. And then the only other corrections that I noted is on the property record card. It noted that the bathrooms and the kitchens were modern and they were of average condition. They have not been updated at all. And so I switched that from modern to average, and that dropped the value to 385,800. And I recommend granting it at that adjusted value.
Okay, that's not, that house has been updated. Kitchen was updated under Mr. Noble. It happens to be on my street.
Okay.
And these people have done nothing but work on it. And the previous owner did nothing but work on it when the Dot who brought it from Mr. Noble. And Mr. Noble had updated. So some grant, I'm not saying that there shouldn't be some abatement, but the kitchens are modern. I don't agree with.
So
it's one kitchen. The kitchen is modern.
So when I went in there, the kitchen was not done. She had said that she had pulled the permit, but none of the work had been done on the kitchen.
Well, one of the previous owners, Mr. Noble, updated the kitchen once. 2 owners back from her.
Okay. Well, from when I looked at it, there were not, the countertops were like Formica countertop. The cabinets didn't seem, they weren't anything of high quality.
Okay, but neither is it, all the homes on this street
Mhm.
in that section that were built in the 50s or so. So
that's one of the,
Go ahead.
No, because that was one of the things that I had asked, because I saw the permit that was pulled, and she had noted that was an error because the work had not been performed.
This recently sold too, right?
Yes.
Just
Actually, a couple times in the last 5 years, but very recently in the last year. They're new owners.
It sold in April 10th of 2019 for 382.
all right. Let me. I just want to pull up on my end MLS.
Yeah. And she will tell in the neighborhood, oh, what a good deal she got at 382. But it's fine. That's what it's sold for. It doesn't matter. Good deal and no deal. It was a legit sale.
I'm allowed to, Mark. I'm allowed to screen share, correct?
Are you doing the property card?
MLS.
MLS.
Oh,
Can you see that, Ellen?
I can't read it, but I can see it. Yes, thank you.
All right. Well, let me see if I can zoom this in.
So this
Looks good.
Right,
So-
that says bright white kitchen, stainless steel,
So if you go down to the photos, there's one of the photos is showing there's a wall in the kitchen that is not there.
Wow, so 40,000 over asking price?
So in the second picture here of the kitchen, right there, that wall is not there.
That was torn out.
Correct.
but that was so they expand, that was to actually in opposition to what they said, that was because they pushed the laundry room out into the garage, right?
Correct.
So they brought it in. It used to be kind of a mudroom space, and they really put that into space, into living area in a way that it was not before.
She
But that
made
was
it,
right into an inside laundry room as opposed to in the garage, kind of.
and she
It was
made it seem like they did that due to, because of their
Aging,
their
that
age. Yes.
they bought this home for the single story, which is a
Correct.
hugely popular and they're not, the only person who's now determined that the 1.5, 2-story typical colonial in New England is that they need one level living, that they would prefer to have some one level living. But that's the reason that it went up in the last couple times is because
Mhm.
as the data would tell us, is that these single story homes are selling for more and they cost more to build in some ways.
Right.
So that was all legit. We saw a jump in our values of our single story homes, but that's based on data, wasn't specific to this house.
Right.
But I agree with the abatement. They paid $382, but I just want to say at some point, I don't think the kitchen should go to anything less than average.
Correct.
And they wouldn't, it needs to be, the assessment was not unreasonable. I can promise you they wouldn't take anything near it. But abating to somewhere around their sale price is going to also happen at some point.
Right.
So-
Yeah. So
so-
it was a 19 sale. So it was definitely overvalued at the 412. I think we need to be more.
And what was the sale price before that? Was it
So the sale price prior was in 2013 was 255, and then 2019 was 382.
Yeah, so, it's going up, and Marlboro has been going up, but that's fine. To take it to 385, I would abate, but I would not come off it any more than that. When the permits come through, it will go back up.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they also raised that whole first floor ceiling, which may have happened after you went through it. They vaulted the ceiling into the attic to give it a higher space and
Right. Open it up.
yeah, but they did actually add, in a way, it did sort of add square footage when they bumped that laundry room kind of into the
So
mudroom space, or kind of enlarged it. They didn't bump it out totally. It may have already been on the card some.
Mhm.
I just,
Yeah. So
happens
the
to be,
permit,
I happen to have known Mr. Noble, helped him a couple times as an
Okay.
older man, knew the next owner, what she did. And
the permit was pulled in February 28th of 20, so that would affect the FY21 valuation.
okay, that's fine. Right.
Yeah.
Shouldn't affect anything older than that. That's all right.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
So, I'm sorry for the prolonged discussion. I would vote to
That's
abate.
all right now.
No, it's good. I like doing that. Helps me learn and make it a little bit, going forward. So I appreciate that.
Okay, so we're gonna pull the board. Dave Manzello,
Grant.
Ellen Silverstein,
Abate. Grant.
All right. So the next abatements, the next few are all denials. And so the next one is abatement number 2, 103 Westminster Drive, number 45. I went through and I did the full inspection. All the interior information was accurate and up to date. I did the equity analysis and a comps analysis, and it's all the condo. They're right in line with the rest of the community.
Okay.
Okay,
Any discussion?
Nope.
Okay, we'll pull the board. Dave Manzo,
Deny.
Ellen Silverstein,
deny.
All right. All right, Dave. This one is the one that I would need your assistance on. This is the one that we spoke about.
What are we looking at? Number
Number 7. It's the 433 to 459 Boston Post Road West. That was the land. Well, I checked, and so the property was listed for sale for $700,000, and going on the GIS, that doesn't see there's any reason to add any sort of land influence on it. And if you look at the surrounding parcels, there it's right in line with the value of everything else.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
We did review this one. Hold on, I'm gonna try to pull it up.
Okay, while we wait, no, we'll finish this one. But I had a couple more on Westminster if we wanted to hit them all at once, but we've got another one coming up. So let's finish this one.
Yep.
My
Yes.
apologies.
No. The rest are, unfortunately, the rest are all denials.
Well, that's what I assumed. I just didn't know if it would make any sense, but it's all good.
Okay.
And because I tried to review everything
Right.
ahead of time and mark any questions if I had them or something. And
Absolutely.
All right. So here's the property, Ellen.
okay, thank you.
So what I had done with Will is took a look at, let's see, we can do topography.
It's the entire yellow area, not the.
Yeah, this is.
It's a little bit of a funky shape. Maybe lost a little frontage
Yeah,
on
so
that
it doesn't
pie on the
have-
pie
I mean,
piece, right?
Got limited frontage here, but it is enough that it meets zoning.
Okay, right,
And then I did look at the contours, like they were trying to say it was steep.
Yeah,
yeah.
right. That doesn't appear.
I mean, it's
that.
not a ton.
Yeah.
You can see this is
It's rolling
310,
gently.
this is 300, so it's really only about a 10-foot weight, sloping up and down a little bit.
Well, that's right.
And then we can look at the street view even of the lot. So this shows us down here, you can see the angle of the view.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is a little bit, but you know, in comparison to all of our other properties, I looked at the economic neighborhoods and the land values, and you know, it's all in line with all the other properties in the area.
Right, and they have, and so I would deny.
Okay, just wanted to make sure we were showing all the same stuff. And all right. Okay, Cindy, we're ready to vote.
Okay, let's pull the board. David Manzo,
Deny?
Ellen Silverstein,
Deny?
okay, Will,
All right. So the next one is abatement number 8, 107 Westminster Drive, number 47. And All the information that we had listed on the record card is accurate. I did the sales comps and the equity analysis of the community, and the condo is right in line with the rest of the homes in the community.
Okay,
And then if you look at the sales, comparable, it's right, again, it's right in line with. So the way I did it by middle unit, so it's all similar, and as you can see on the sales comp, it's right in line.
Okay.
right. And that's great. And our card is accurate. So,
Yep.
that's what I'm looking for is, we want to keep, just if we had to switch to another system or do a conversion of data, you just want to have accurate cards and accurate
Correct.
data.
Okay, any discussion? No?
Deny? Oh, sorry.
That's
No more
okay.
discussion.
Why say it once if you can say it twice?
Right?
Dave Manzello,
Denied?
Ellen Silverstein,
Deny.
Stupid camera.
Hey,
No, my camera's, it
you
keeps
need your assistant.
moving, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the next one is number 32, 126 Ice House Landing. This property was sold on September 9th of 2019 for $445,000. We have it assessed at $369,500, and she thinks that she's being over-assessed, and based on the sale and based on the analysis, I deem deny. It's, as you can see, it's even, it's below the sale price, but if you look at the equity analysis and the sales, it's still, in line with everything else, and it's obviously going to go up based on the sale at some
Yeah.
point.
It's crazy those are going up that much already.
Right. Everyone said what a disaster, who would build that? But, they've done great. Good for them.
Yeah.
The values have gone up, but I would agree, deny.
Yeah.
It's in line with the data. It's in line with what's happening. If the card is accurate, then,
Mhm.
when it gets to that time, it will, come in line with the sale price or have sold again. But for now, going with the data.
okay, let's pull the board. David Manzello,
Denied?
Ellen Silverstein,
Deny.
All right. Next one is 19 Bolwood Lane, number 49. So this one, again, I went in, I did the full inspection. All the interior information was accurate. All the info that we had was up to date, and did the same thing, did the equity analysis and the sales comps, and the property just it's right in line with everything else in the neighborhood. I again deem deny, just based on all the information being accurate and on the analysis. It's right in line with everything else. All the other condos in the community.
Okay.
okay, any discussion?
Nope.
No? Okay, let's pull the board. David Manzello,
Denied?
Ellen Silverstein,
Deny.
All right, ready?
Yep.
All right,
Yes.
number 34, 120 Westminster Drive, number 59. And it's another Westminster property. All the information is accurate on the record card. Everything is up to date. And it's even with it's all in line with this one is an end unit. So if you look at the equity analysis, I did it all based on N units. And again, it's right in line with all the other N units in that complex.
Okay.
Okay,
Any discussion?
no further discussion?
Okay, David Manzello,
Denied?
Ellen Silverstein,
Deny?
All right. Next one is number 35, which is 41 Whispering Brook Road, number 42. And again, same thing, all the information, did the abatement inspection, found all the interior information to be accurate and up to date. After doing the equity analysis and the sales comps, the subject property is right in line. They feel that it's the whole complex is being assessed differently. But if you look at the actual breakdown on the analysis there, it's right, everything is right in line with the style, the bedroom count, the bathroom count.
With the differences.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, very small variations there.
right. But they're all right in line with each other.
Yep,
Right,
very good.
so, I would
Go ahead,
move to
Ellen.
vote.
Okay, full board, David Manzello,
Denied?
Ellen Silverstein,
Denied?
All right, next one, number 44, 20 Robin Drive, number C2. I went in, did the full inspection. It's a small little unit. All the information was accurate and up to date. And doing the analysis on that complex, he's kind of one of the, on the lower end value, but still right in line. There's slight variations in the entire complex, but he's still right in line, and I've deemed deny based on all the information.
Okay.
any
Okay,
discussion?
Nope.
No discussion, okay, full board, David Manzello,
Denied?
Ellen Silverstein,
deny?
All right. Going back to Westminster, number 48, 123 Westminster Drive, number 58. Again, it goes back to did the full inspection and all the interior information on our property record card is up to date. And again, the subject property falls in line with all the other properties in the community, in that it's an end unit and the value is, again, right in line. And if you look at the sales comp, it's kind of on the lower end compared to all the other sales comps in that complex.
Yeah, it definitely is.
any discussion?
Nope.
Okay, then
No.
full board, David Manzello,
Denied?
Ellen Silverstein,
Denied?
All right, next one, number 60 Village Drive, number 6. We have the subject property assessed at $358,200. Subject property was sold on December of 2018 for $370,000. I did the full inspection, and all the information on the property record card is accurate and up to date. So this one deemed denied.
Yeah. Based
Yeah.
on purchase
Right.
time frame and price alone.
Right. Right, exactly. And they feel that it's over, assessed.
Okay.
okay, any discussion?
No.
They, on their, oh, assessed for 350, yeah, he said 370. Perfect, no discussion.
Okay, let's pull the board. David Manzello,
Denied.
Ellen Silverstein,
Denied.
All right, so the next one is number 70, 18 Gleason Street. So on this one, I did the full inspection. The property owner didn't understand how the assessment process worked. So I explained to him that he recently had purchased a property. He purchased a property in August 2nd of 2017 for $375.
Mm-hmm.
And he just didn't understand why the property value went up from 249.8 to 377.2. Oh, and I explained to him that a lot of it is based on the sales and where he recently purchased the home, or he purchased a home 3 years ago. All the interior information on the house is accurate. So this one is deny, just based on all the information being accurate and up to date in the sale.
Yeah, this is a two-family.
Correct.
Yeah, two families the sale prices have been going up between 20 and 30% a year.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I agree.
okay, let's pull the board. David, how do you vote?
Denied.
Ellen Silverstein,
Deny.
And so the next two that I'm missing is abatement number 80, and that's 47 Westminster Drive, number 71. Did the full inspection. All the interior information on the subject property is accurate, and everything falls in line with the Westminster community and that complex. So again, this one is denied.
Okay.
Okay, I agree.
okay, so let's pull the board. If there's no discussion, David Manzello,
Denied.
Ellen Silverstein,
Denied.
And the last one is abatement number 81, 23 Village Drive, number 13. It was the same complex. All did the full inspection. All the interior information on subject property to be accurate. Did the sales analysis and the equity report, and subject property falls right in line with the similar style units in the complex.
Okay.
Okay. Take a vote.
Any discussion?
Nope.
Okay, let's pull the board. David Manzello,
Denied.
Ellen Silverstein,
Deny.
okay, my question to the board is, because this is new for me, do each one of these applications have to be signed by the board members? Whether it's approved or denied? I think they are, right?
Do they need to be signed? Is that what you're asking?
Yes. On the back of the applications, I believe Ellen and Tony must sign the back of each one.
Yeah, unless, we don't have signature stamps, do we?
No. No, we have one for the, the full board, but I think in the past, Paula has had Tony and Ellen just sign each application. Does that sound
So would
familiar?
you,
Ellen?
yeah, do you want me to come by then?
Well, I am going to need other signatures on other things, so yes, you can come by.
All right, so are we ready for that, or do you want me to, you want to just send me an email or text message when you're ready for me to?
I can do that. Let me double check with Paula to see if she has to wait for Will to come back with all the information
Sure.
needed. And then I'll send you an email.
Yeah, just whatever, whatever you need, I'll make that work and be safe and
Okay,
get that done for you.
that sounds good. Okay. Will, are you all
All right.
set? Any
I
other,
am all set.
anybody else have anything they want to add? No?
No, I don't think so. Just everybody keep being safe and healthy.
Yes,
All
sir.
Amen. So I guess we can make a motion to conclude the meeting.
I move to conclude the meeting.
Second.
Okay.
All right, everyone, stay safe.
So.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ellen concluded and David second. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you. This was fun.
All right. Have a
And
good
thank
rest
you,
of your
everyone,
day and a good
for
week.
making it happen and getting us the stuff. And
Yeah, sounds good. Be in touch.
thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody
Bye-bye.
stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.